What's up, Andy? What's up, YouTube? Slasher contest entry, my homie, Andy. Been talking to him a lot on the Facebook chat. Very cool cat. Awesome contest, and definitely for the guy for sure. Um, so first off, we got favorite slasher. Um, this was a hard ass question. I've never really thought about it. Like to actually narrow it down. So I would go the OG Halloween, of course, but these, of course, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That would probably be my number one. But Black Christmas is right there for Halloween. It is just a solid, creepy slasher, man. I really love that flick. So, sorry, I couldn't narrow it just down. Favorite killer is the next question. Um, I saw Mood's entry. That was a good one. You know, there's a lot of memorable ones in the Friday and the Nightmare on Elm Street flicks. So I think the most memorable though, and I would have to say my favorite kill because it always comes to mind, is the kill in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. Of course, Freddy sticking the girl through the TV. I've always loved that, and of course his prime time line is funny as shit. So, uh, just a fun ass kill, always memorable. So I always like, memorable stuff like that. If you went non-slasher, I'd probably go the first kill in Suspiria. Um, but yeah. Anyways, let's get into some picks. For some slasher flicks. Been watching your collection overview, so I tried to not repeat anything you had in your collection. I'm sure you've probably seen more than what you own, like some of us on the community, I'm sure. So, uh, hell yeah. So I had the second Moods' entry, Blood Junkie. Highly suggest you go check that one out, though. 80s throwback, man. It really low budget 80s feel to it. Um, I gotta do another trauma one. Luther the Geek. Just a really good flick. I mean, and it's pretty serious for a trauma flick as well. It's not, there is comical moments, but really creepy job done by the actor who does Luther the Geek, and just a fun ass flick. Highly suggest Luther the Geek. It's oddball fun. And then this is one I never hear get mentioned much. Lucio Fulci, Murder Rock. I'm a big fan of this flick. It feels like New York the Ripper, tuned down a bit. It's not, it's not as graphic maybe or as brutal as New York the Ripper, but there is some good kill stuff in here. Of course, Fulci, amazing soundtrack done by Keith Emerson. One of my favorite keyboardists. He does some awesome. Did the Inferno soundtrack as well, but I highly suggest this one. It takes place mostly in a dance studio. This could be considered giallo. Probably it's a mysterious mass killer, but it's still a slasher flick. They're in the same boat for me. So yeah, I had a couple flicks that I currently don't have on me, but I do own. Of course, Killer Party, fun ass flick. It's not just a slash. You get a lot of shit going down in that one. Uh, Burning Moon, over the top German splatter. If you're into that kind of thing, it's kind of done in anthology style, but mostly slasher brutality going on in those. Let's see. And Santa Slay, definitely suggest you check that one out. You being a wrestling fan, that kind of thing. Bill Goldberg's the man in that. And speaking of wrestling fans, this is my last one I'm going to suggest for you, Andy, and that is WrestleManiac. I'm not sure if you've seen this one either. Pretty fun slasher done by Anchor Bay, starring Rey Mysterio Sr. So you got a luchador killer, man. So definitely go check out WrestleManiac. But as I said, go check out the man, Retro Slasher. He's the shit. He knows his stuff. So awesome contest. Glad to be a part of it. Peace.